we are ready, and Super Bowl 58 off and running from New Orleans. Khalil Herbert to return it from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. First play, Mahomes looking to throw it. It's Kelsey on the ground. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rally to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Mahomes now on first down. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
On first down, Mahomes steps away to his left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
They'll get it inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that point, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fields it right around the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we are looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right there.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Will Lutz on for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary game put the back out there. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there at the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
He's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Mahomes firing complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 36. 3 catches for him now in this first quarter of the Super Bowl. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. And we are back. Biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, and both teams ready for the start of the second quarter.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. Sanders' kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play, but sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
Looking deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Hunter Nicewander on to punt now on 4th down.
We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
KC's offense ready to take over.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking second as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 42. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. Mahomes now on 1st down. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve, throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. As a minute to go before halftime. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And again, it's Mahomes. Outright and brought in by Moore. And the Chiefs are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. From 4 yards out. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded just outside the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Saints offense going to head out now late in this 1st half. Well, not much time remains here in this 1st half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Carr signaling to his guys, let's go here. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Now here's Ross. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the 2nd half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Taken at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And the Saints set to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, It's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They've played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Throwing his Carr on third down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And they will take over first and 10. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Looking to throw on second down. Mahomes firing quickly here, and that's complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Working from the gun, Mahomes.
Open man is Juwan Jennings. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Here's Mahomes to throw. Looking deep for Jennings. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to third and inches. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up fourth. Here's Thomas Morstead now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline.
The New Orleans offense set to take over.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Throwing on second and 3. Carr.
He completes it to Olave.
The 20. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Chris Olave.
His second touchdown in the Super Bowl.
And the Saints have got it back to within a score. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if we turn to the next-gen stats, the final clocking, well, it's ridiculous. 22.5 miles an hour.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The catch and run there, good for 16 in the first. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. To throw, it's Mahomes.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium in Super Bowl 58.
We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Kamara. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Kamara up the middle. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Nifty move. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And that will come the offense as they take over. And out come the Chiefs now.
And the tension ratcheting up all around. A 1-score game. 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Mahomes going to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So Derek Carr in the offense, down 17-14, 2:24 to go. They need at least a field goal to send this Super Bowl to overtime as they come up on 1st down. Carr now on 1st down.
We'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now Carr. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going.
Carr to throw.
And that is incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here comes the Saints punter now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field.
And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see him take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Mahomes. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
And they take a knee.
38-yard line, 2nd and 11. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Time for this one final knee to